Welcome to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Eric and Rob.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. 3GW here, talking Elimination Chamber. It's the day after, because it was late last night. Now I got off work. I was tired. See, I still look a little disheveled.
I mean, you
Blue
look
Biggie and Rob the Ambassador. How's it going, man?
Oh, man, it's good. I'm sure the viewers can see I look a little different tonight. As you all know, if you've been watching, I've been having problems with my computer, a lot of glitches, so I'm using Zoom on my phone tonight, but it's kind of cool because it's allowing me to use a cool background.
Take the good with the bad. I mean, that and the picture is still good, so I mean, it's really not even bad.
Okay, well, I'll probably use this for the time being until I get a new computer and get my stuff. This is no computer. I probably need to upgrade anyway.
Oh, yeah, no problem, no problem. So, from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, got the Elimination Chamber. And as I kind of predicted, the women kicked off the show. The women's Elimination Chamber match, Carmella versus Nikki Cross versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Asuka, Liv Morgan, and Natalya. This is a number one contender match. Who wins this goes on to face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania Hollywood, or 39, whatever they want to call it.
I think they call it Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah. There was some good spots in the match. I thought Nikki Cross came in, did her thing. It was like a splash factor. That move out, she literally a splash factor, splash off the top of the pod.
Literally,
that was
yeah.
cool. Raquel showed her strength. I thought she was dope. Liv Morgan doing what she does, taking a lot of bumps. Carmella, I will say they kind of elevated her a little bit. Booked her strong. Obviously, she didn't win, but she still looked kind of strong, lasting until the end anyway. But man, they didn't need to have this as an Elimination Chamber match. This could have just been a 6-pack challenge and been done with. There was no need for the Chamber. They didn't barely use, outside of Raquel and the stun off the top. I mean, I didn't really feel like this was an Elimination Chamber match. And then it was like they were rushing through this thing. I feel like it was so rushed. And the falls were just back to back to back. Once they started happening, I just was like, I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. It wasn't there for me. I had to get this bullshit, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not like it.
Okay, man. I don't agree with some bullshit at all, but I do agree. For me, I understand your point about how it felt very rushed at the end. I mean, once the first elimination happened, it seemed like boom, it was like dominoes. They just fell. But I thought it started off pretty slow. And I agree with you. Man, look, most of these chamber matches just aren't what they used to be. I mean, they bill it as this brutal structure, but they've actually changed it to make it less brutal, which takes away from, I mean, I get that because I'm all about the safety of the wrestlers, but I'm just wondering if maybe you don't need to do this every year, especially having two of them. I've said a similar thing about Hell in the Cell. We've seen so many of these matches. There's only so much you can do that's new, that's fresh, that pops the crowd. And like you said, we saw Raquel Rodriguez have a spot. Nikki Cross had a good spot. But yeah, outside of those things, like you said, it could have just been a regular match. I went TV quality because I did think that they put the work in. They tried, but like I said, I just think, man, Hell in the Cell, Chamber, we're seeing too many. And there's only so much you can do. I don't think they need to make these yearly things. Just make them like every once in a while thing when a feud or when it really dictates it. But yeah,
like they do war games, or how they had been doing war games anyway.
Well, right, yeah, but look, I didn't hate it nearly as much as you did. I went TV quality because I thought there were some good spots. And like you said, I thought both of these matches, we'll get to the men's later, but I thought both of these matches did a good job of making everyone in the match have their moments and make them all look strong. Nobody really came away looking weak or insignificant. I thought they did a good job of elevating people in both of these matches.
I mean, the only two standouts to me was obviously three. Asuka. I didn't even mention Asuka. She won the match.
Oh, yeah.
She won the match, which I predicted would happen. The right choice. She was a standout. I mean, it's hard to say she stood out because I mean she's just Asuka, and I did like the chant "Asuka's gonna kill you." I thought the crowd was hot. The crowd was hot all night. No complaints.
Oh man, hottest. Well, I mean, hottest crowd of the year. We're only in February, but still,
hottest crowd I've heard in a year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I just Raquel, Nikki, Asuka, and I guess
well, you mentioned Carmella. You said they made her look strong.
Yeah, I would say honorable mention. I'll say Carmella because they did make her look strong. But yeah, that's about it. So then we got a match that I was looking forward to because I thought for sure this time we would get a match, a bloodbath, a knockdown, drag out, slugfest. Man. And the other reason why I thought it would be that was because of what Bray Wyatt said on SmackDown. He was going to challenge whoever won this match. So you're setting that up. I'm thinking, okay, well, I'd be interested to see either way they go with this. But yeah, now I'm just like, y'all just dragging this thing out. Y'all could have just waited till Mania if y'all gonna do this bullshit anyway, having Brock get caught in a hurt lock and do a low blow, and that's the finish. Channeling book here. I'm sorry. It's just man, wow. Go fuck itself, man. This is GFY. Sorry.
Wow.
This was
you being harsh tonight. You being rough tonight.
Look, man, I have high expectations when it comes to premium live events. There was nothing premium about this match. As soon as it happened, I don't know. I had book goggles on today because it was like last night. It was Brock Lesnar suplexes, Bobby Lashley hits spears, and then the F5, and then the hurt lock, and then 2 more spears, and then and then it was over with the disqualification. I was like, yeah, GFY.
Well, look, this is what I expected the match to be. I mean, look, both of these guys. Here's the thing: both of them have collegiate wrestling backgrounds. Both of them have mixed martial arts backgrounds, but they're big guys, and so they did their big guy moves, which is kind of how I thought they would book the match. So I wasn't disappointed in that. I was disappointed in the ending. I thought, look, this is the rubber match. All right, this is the third time they fought. They each come away with the victory. So I thought the stakes were high in this one, and I thought that, like you said, we would see. I thought it was a physical enough match. I thought it was physical enough, but the ending, I hate the ending. And if you're going to build towards a match between one of these guys and Bray, this isn't the way you do it, because this leaves me thinking, well, sometime between now and Mania, are these guys going to have another match? Or is Bray just going to challenge? Bobby was the winner by disqualification. So does Bray just challenge him and they just leave Brock and Bobby alone? They don't revisit that? Is it a triple threat? I mean, what the hell is going on now? So it was just kind of confusing, and I thought it was just a weak way to go. Why not just give us, look, one of these guys just had to take a clean loss. All right. And look, Brock, it wouldn't hurt Brock. Brock is a made man, okay? Hall of Famer. He could have taken a clean loss here, and it doesn't tarnish him one bit, okay? Every great wrestler has lost clean one time or another, or more than one time. So it wouldn't have hurt him to lose and just let Bobby go ahead and I guess face Bray. I guess he's going to face Bray anyway. I don't really know, but yeah, I went some bullshit. I didn't give it a JFY, but I definitely thought this was some bullshit, because that's just not the way you end this type of match, and possibly ending the feud between these two.
Okay, so I gotta go back before I make this point. The Elimination Chamber match should have 5-minute intervals with 4 pods. That's 20 minutes alone. The match length of the women's Elimination Chamber match was 19 minutes and 30 seconds.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's how fast they were going. So people think I'm being exaggerating the speed. No. And normally they would when they put up the rules before the match, it said at regular I forget the verbiage, but they didn't give a distinctive time as when the intervals were. It said regulated intervals, people will enter the match, not every 3 minutes, not every 5 minutes. It used to be 5 minutes. I know that for a fact. So they just said, whenever we feel like it, we can put y'all in.
You know, man, I saw an article about the Rumble, and it's the same thing. They weren't coming in at 90-second intervals. Some of them were coming in like a minute 40, minute 50. You know, I don't, I mean, and I'm not saying, look, as long as I'm entertained by the match, I don't really care about that. But like you said, that does explain why maybe it felt a little rushed. Although, like I said in the beginning, I felt like the pace of that women's match was really slow, but picked up later. But anyway, on to this match. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Bobby, Brock, some bullshit. We expect much better from y'all. I don't know who produced this match, why it went that way, and how it all ties into the Bray thing. But
and for all you Goldberg haters out there talking that shit, this match was 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Didn't even make the 5-minute mark.
Well, see, that's my thing. Look, man, big guy stuff. This is what the big guys do. We don't see great technical wrestling or anything like that. That's why I prefer the smaller guys.
But we both know they can go longer than 5 minutes. Let's be real.
Well, no, man. And that's my point, is what I was hoping, and I'm hoping maybe if they revisit this feud, look, we know these guys have a collegiate background. We know they have a mixed martial arts background. Why not incorporate some of that into their matches? I think that would make an intriguing, interesting match.
Make it a fight pit match.
I was thinking about that. I think that would be perfect for these two. Get somebody, bring back Daniel Cormier, make him
make it like a
referee.
Make it an MMA type style match.
Right.
You know, just disappointed, man. I had high expectations for those two, and I just, especially since the women, I feel like the women's War Games match was the better one this past year. So when I saw this was like, this is garbage. So
yeah.
But things got better. The night got better because we got a mixed tag team match. Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. I really, really enjoyed this match. I did not expect to. I thought it would just be okay. I thought it would be TV quality, if at best. But I felt like, man, well, outside of one spot where Beth Phoenix was late.
Way late. The ref had to stop the count so that he didn't, because he knew the match wasn't supposed to end there. He had to hold his hand up, and then a second or two later, here comes Beth. That was bad.
That was real bad. Honestly, it may have gotten a superb if that hadn't happened. But I thought that the wrestling in this match was great. The near falls, all 4 participants did a great job. Rhea Ripley is, I mean, the whole thing, but not to take away from the match, but the crowd. Who is the bigger heel? Is it Roman Reigns or is it Dominic Mysterio? Because Jesus Christ!
Oh man, well, they both got the FU chance, so it's hard to say. But I feel like Dominic got it the worst.
I think he did too, because it was just all through the match. And yeah, just Judgment Day doing Judgment Day type things. But at the end, it was Edge and Beth getting the win with Shatter Machine. Is what it called? Yeah, with the Shatter Machine. I didn't expect to see that, but yeah, very innovative. Beth Phoenix looked great. We thought she was going to eat the pin. She did not. Finn ended up taking the pin, and Rhea was on the outside, so maybe they kept her looking strong for Charlotte, and maybe we still see Finn and Edge at Mania. But yeah, I thought this was great. Pay-per-view worthy match. Well done. Enjoyed the hell out of the crowd. The crowd was really hot for this one. So, yeah.
Yeah, I went pay-per-view worthy. To me, it didn't. I mean, it was good. It didn't. I never considered superb, but I did really enjoy it. I've always said this. To me, there's a big distance between superb and pay-per-view worthy, but this was good. This was very entertaining. I was glad to see, like I said, outside of Beth just being late, just in that spot, and we don't need to belabor that point. But considering she's not regular on the roster and doesn't wrestle that often, I thought she looked really good in this match. Rhea, I like that they kept her looking strong going into the Mania match against Charlotte. She's just a beast, and I mean that in the most complimentary way, because obviously she's a lovely woman, but she's just a great wrestler, a great character, and I'm glad they're finally doing something with her. I think she is a superstar, a future superstar. So I was surprised, like you, to see Finn eat the pin, but it builds up to a match, and I think I said this on the prediction show that I think him and Edge will have a match at Mania, maybe with some sort of stipulation, and I look forward to that.
Maybe bring back what they brought back, the Demon versus Edge, the Brood.
Oh man,
like the
I never
Brood
thought of
Edge,
that.
like the Brood Edge versus the Demon.
Oh, man, you're on to something. You got to call Triple H right now.
Yeah, I think he
say,
might
man,
be.
hey, I got this idea. I don't know if you already thought about it, but
not that man.
Now, man, here, let me ask you this about Dominic. Maybe they're saving it for next year, but I thought by now we would be starting to hear rumblings of Dominic taking on his dad. I thought, now we're still 6 weeks away.
I think that's going to start now.
Okay. Because I actually thought Ray might, I thought Dominic might start meddling in this match, and I thought that would be a way for Ray to come out and kind of go after him and say, no, son, it's not going down like that.
Okay, yeah, I think they're gonna start picking that up because obviously they've kept them connected through those vignettes with Ray, Christmas and New Year's and Valentine's Day and all that stuff. So they have kept them connected.
Thing and yeah.
I enjoyed the match. Okay, after that we got the men's Elimination Chamber match, and it's for the United States Championship. The very first time the United States Championship has been defended inside of the Elimination Chamber. Before we get there, I'm glad they brought these back because I was wondering, they're going back to Hollywood. Are they going to do the vignettes again? And with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, perfect. I thought that was awesome. I've always said he emulates the Joker already, so it just worked out. Yeah, I thought that was really, really well done. I don't know who else they're going to do, but hopefully they do some more.
Well, I've seen, I don't know, I watched the press conference, so I don't know if that's where I saw these, but I saw Maurice, I think I said Maurice and Miz doing one from Top Gun. And then I saw one that I'm really looking forward to watching the whole thing. It's Roman Reigns playing the part of Tommy in Goodfellas, interacting with Paul Heyman, who is doing the Ray Liotta character. I don't know if you've seen Goodfellas, but you know the scene where Ray Liotta tells Tommy, hey, you're a funny guy. And Tommy's like, what, funny for you? Like I'm a clown? Like, what do you mean I'm funny? Have you ever seen Goodfellas?
Okay. No,
if you haven't seen Goodfellas,
I've never seen Goodfellas.
I'm
probably going to get some grief for that, but no, I've never seen it.
Oh, man. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. That's egregious.
I'm not gonna say what else I haven't seen on here. I'm gonna just keep moving.
Well, I know it's generational, man. I'm a lot older than you, so it's different. I know y'all got your superhero movies and stuff to go see now.
Well, I mean, I watch everything, but I just haven't.
But that's true. You do.
Okay. So back to the match. Austin Theory defending the United States Championship versus Seth Rollins, Damian Priest. What's his name? Not Jonah.
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed. Jesus Christ. Johnny Gargano and Montez Ford. Crowd was really behind Montez Ford in this match. They were heartbroken when he lost. Let's just say he came out on fire when I like that outfit too, with the jacket and the crown and all of that. Oh, somebody's trying to call me.
And did you know Damian Priest? That thing he came out in, that crown, was that like, that looked like a crown of thorns to me.
Yes, I'm glad you pointed that out, because I was like, "Are you hinting at something there, sir?"
Yeah. I'm curious to see where he's going with that.
I know what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Be careful with that
hey, man,
imagery. But
yeah, I know. Yeah, like I said, we'll see if he continues to wear that and where it might go.
now this was an elimination chamber match to me. I felt like it was way more hard hitting. Obviously with Jonah, crowd was really Jesus, call him Jonah. Bronson Reed. Jonah's easier to say. I wish he would have stuck with that.
It is, man. We always complain about the one-word names, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Bronson Reed was impressive. I know I haven't been the biggest fan of his, but I thought he was pretty good, showing his strength. Obviously, I was impressed with Jesus Christ, Montez Ford climbing the cakes, not jumping on a pod and going to the top. He climbed and did straight up Spider-Man and just
Man.
dropped on everybody.
Now, I've never seen anything done like that in a chamber match. I think I've seen all of them, but I don't recall seeing anybody go that high up in the
No,
chamber.
and to just not jump off something, just trust fall and just
Yeah,
yeah, that was
incredible.
awesome. What else? I thought Damian Priest was really good in the match too. He was my pick. Unfortunately, he got eliminated. But him, oh God, I guess we just gotta get straight to the elephant in the room here. I know they were hinting at it, and this was just kind of like the nail in the coffin. Damn, now I'm drawing a blank on the man. Can't remember names right now. What's his name? The boxer.
The boxer
Yeah.
who was in the match?
No, he interfered with Seth.
Oh, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. God damn it. My mind is gone.
I got thrown off when you said, I know he boxes, but I think he's, what do they call those, influencers?
Yeah, he's more of a YouTube influencer. He has a podcast. Okay, sorry, y'all. I am.
Now, see, okay. I guess first, are you going to explain what happened with when Montez got eliminated and how they had to take him out of the chamber?
Yeah, I feel like that was staged because.
Oh, it was definitely staged. That was the only way they could get Logan Paul inside the chamber. As soon as they came in, I'm like, okay, here comes Logan Paul, because
I wasn't even thinking about it.
I wish I would have texted it out, because I wish I'd have put it in the group chat, because I'm like, okay, I know that bump Montez took was not that bad.
No.
So there's no reason for them to open up the chamber and have all these referees come in. There's got to be a reason for it. And by then, after Montez got eliminated, it was down to Seth and it was down to Theory. So you've got to have Theory. Well, I predicted Theory. This is the only prediction I got right on the night. Well, no, we all got Roman right. We'll get there. But so I'm thinking to myself, why would this chamber be open? And then sure enough, and I'll let you take it from there.
Yeah, it was. He took I believe he took Theory's finisher and took Seth Rollins' finisher, and then that's when he got pinned. And then they were like acting like he was dead. And I was like, well, he's fine. Right. he's okay. And I really wasn't thinking about it. I just thought they're like, they really playing up this injury angle. Just like, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm like, and they showed the replay. I'm like, well, did he hit his face on the head? Like, no, he turned his head. So I'm like, I don't know. Hey, yeah, Logan Paul came in, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's gonna be the match. I mean, it was a nice surprise for me. I didn't read anything. I wasn't thinking about him. I just thought that after this, they would kind of start setting that up. But this is the setup, so hey, not mad about it. I mean, it makes sense. So that's the match we're gonna get at Mania. Should be a good match though. Those two. I mean, Logan Paul is never disappointed. I mean, go back to. I mean, he got the biggest highlight in one of the biggest highlights in Royal Rumble history, Ricochet, and he took Roman Reigns to the limit. So Yeah. At the end of the day, you got your prediction right. Austin Theory did win because of that interference, and he's still United States champion. And you're probably right. We're going to get him and John Cena for that very U.S. championship at Mania, and that should be good too. So,
At the press conference, somebody asked him about Cena, so they're
yeah, I
still
saw
planting
that.
those seeds. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Pay-per-view worthy, definitely. If it had been a little more brutal, I might have gave it Superb, but it was pay-per-view worthy.
You know what, man? I went Superb on this one because, these chamber matches, they're just not going to be as brutal. I mean, we're not going to see, we didn't see any blood. And they've changed the chambers. Those steel plates are gone. I just don't, like I said, I just wonder if they need to just rethink this whole thing. Because, yeah, we do expect a certain level of brutality, but you're just not going to get it these days. But we got some great spots. I mean, what Montez did was incredible. We got that shocking surprise of Logan Paul coming into the chamber, even though, I mean, look, you had to figure out a way to get him into the chamber. I'm just not sure the execution was all that great. But I thought the wrestling was good. I thought all of these guys did some good work. Like you said, I thought Bronson Reed looked good. And I thought he needed it because, man, when he came out, I think the crowd was the deadest it had been all night when he came out. But throughout the match, they seemed to kind of, you know, give him some props. But I thought this was a good, solid match, man. I really enjoyed it. And like I said, the whole Logan Paul thing, I went Superb on this one. It just squeaked in there.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. I just think, I don't know. I don't need blood. I mean, yeah, to me, outside of the Montez spot, that way it was good action. I was entertained, but that was the biggest, that's the thing I remember the most outside of Logan Paul. It was better than the women's, period.
There was a spot where I think Bronson Reed had somebody, he rammed them into the pod. I think it was Damian Priest. And I think the pod was supposed to break,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
didn't. And Damian Priest just basically bounced off of it and then fell. But I think the pod was supposed to break. And
Raquel didn't have no problem breaking it.
no, she didn't. She didn't. But it's hard in the chamber because look, you can't use chairs. You can't do table spots. And like I said, there's only you can't go too brutal. You're trying to keep the wrestlers safe. So, like I said, man, there's just not much you can do in there.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I've seen, I think the first two Elimination Chambers
when they use the steel plates,
when they used to steel. It was all steel up until 2017. It was all
yeah,
steel. So you're talking 2002 all the way to 2016, 2017. It was steel.
yeah. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know. Some of these matches I don't think need to happen. I don't think we need to see, like obviously you have two chamber matches each year. You have two Hell in the Cell matches each year. We've seen so many of them. And like I said, we have a certain expectancy of brutality, and you're just not getting it because, like I said, we're never going to see anybody do a Mick Foley go through the top of the cage. I mean, that's never going to happen again. That wasn't supposed to happen that
It
time.
wasn't supposed to happen there.
Yeah, we're not going to see anybody go from the top of the cage onto it. You know what I mean? We're not going to see too much blood. If this were AEW, who knows what we'd see. But in WWE, man,
don't get Blake started.
Yeah, and I think, well, yeah, I heard y'all going back and forth about Mike, so I'll just stay out of that. Yeah. But I just, yeah, man, I think Triple H has even said it. Blood and too much brutality. We're just not going to see it. We're just not going to see it, and I'm okay with that. Give me good wrestling. I don't need the blood and too much brutality. Just give me good matches. Good spot.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't need blood, just wanted a lot of good action. All right, main event time. Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal WWE Championship, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't care who's hotter or not. If you're the champ, you come out last. You're the champ, especially over 900 days. You come out last. Period. Point
Man,
blank. In the story.
WWE hasn't done that in years, Eric.
It's
We've
wrong.
seen Cena challenge for titles and come out last. I mean, and I'm not saying I like it. I agree with you. Let me make that clear. I agree with you. But they haven't done that for years.
They're wrong.
I agree. I agree.
Match was good though. I like the fact that I don't know if you saw on social media, his wife did a promo.
You sent it out in the
short
group
little
chat.
video.
I watched
Oh, I
it.
did. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I watched it.
Then she was there ringside, so I like that element, that realism. I love Roman's trash talk crowds and F you Roman and really getting into it. It was a one-on-one match up until the end. And it was I thought these two really did really well. They had good chemistry. You know, he had a bigger guy, a smaller guy. That tends to work out that way. But this was mainly just like continuing that story, that great storytelling. A very emotional match. All those near falls. That one last, like, okay, so once you get in the corner and Roman does the back elbow and he's hitting Sammy and the ref, I'm like, okay, here comes some shenanigans.
Yeah.
And you know that's gonna happen. And you know, I figured Kevin Owens would come out too. And that I didn't bite on any of these near falls, but I know the crowd did. That especially that second haluva kick with Roman in the corner after Kevin had got him. Crowd thought for sure that was it. And I was like, no. I never once thought that Roman was gonna lose.
No, me neither.
And they just had to make it look good. They did, and he had that spear on him at the end, pin him, and that was it. But you know, well, I shouldn't say that was it, because not only Jimmy showed up, but Jay showed up, and that was like the jaw-dropping moment of the night, really. And I love this. They connected, man. Roman did the same thing. Offer him the chair. He took it, and then Roman turned his back. I'm like, you ain't learned yet. Don't turn your back when somebody got a chair in their hand.
Right.
But it was good imagery, but he didn't do it. And like I said, I think they're saving that for Mania when the bloodline fully implodes. And so essentially, Jay really didn't do anything. He got tossed out of the ring before he could, and Roman beat the hell out of Sammy with the chair. And then, you know, post-match, after Roman had won, you know, Sammy did walk tall out of the arena. Him and KO put the beat down on Jimmy and Roman. So they sent the crowd home not happy, but wasn't a riot either. And I think I tweeted y'all, I sent y'all a tweet that showed like they weren't giving out bottles. They were giving out everything in cups because they didn't want no shit.
Smart move.
Yeah. So pay-per-view worthy again. I mean, I could go superb because of the storytelling, but it just didn't stand out as much as what happened at the Rumble. But I still think it was a fantastic job. I do. Will I go back and watch the match? Probably not. That's why I kind of went pay-per-view worthy, because it had the stakes, it had the crowd interaction, which sometimes that elevates a match, as we know and we have talked about. But at the end of the day, the match with Cody and Mania is the main goal. So yeah, pay-per-view worthy, I thought.
Instant classic.
Ooh!
People are going to be talking about this match now. Part of the reason is because, look, this is one of the greatest written stories in recent wrestling history. I mean, this whole bloodline thing, and Sammy is the reason. All right. Sammy has been comedy. Sammy has come up with these stupid phrases, feeling oozy. He has been the whole thing. Now, look, it's a good ensemble. I mean, Roman is great in his role. We know Heyman is solid gold in everything he does. Jay, Jimmy, everybody is great. But it is Sammy who has made this story what it is. And he's really done it without a whole lot of wrestling. So tonight, he finally gets his shot at Roman. And I remember you saying he was just going to smash Sammy, and I said, no, that would be terrible booking. You have one of the best stories in recent wrestling history, culminating in the hometown of the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
That is not how you book that match. And Sammy is a good wrestler. Now, look, man, look, it's wrestling. In a real fight, do I think Sami Zayn has any chance against Roman Reigns? No, man. He does get smashed. But in the world of wrestling, you can do anything you want. And so that's what they did here, and they did the right thing. They gave us a match that, look, like you, I never believed for 1 second Sammy was going to win this match. But the people in Montreal did. They were hanging on all of those 2 counts. Their faces were dropping. They were
Oh, and they were
doing
so
these things like,
mad.
oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't. That's how you tell a story. That's how you entertain a crowd. That's how you engage an audience. I mean, even though I never believed that Roman was going to lose, I was all into this match. Just how it all played out. And then we knew, okay, here comes Jimmy. Here comes Jay. Or wait, not Jimmy. But well, they both came
Yeah,
out
with Jimmy.
eventually.
Jimmy was the one super kicking Sammy.
Right. Yeah, Jimmy came out first, and then Jay comes out. So we get that whole dynamic, and Roman giving him the chair, and like you said, turning his back. That is all. Not everything about that makes a wrestling match great is just the wrestling. Ideally, that should be the thing that makes it great. But look, wrestling is part storytelling. So the story they told, not just this whole story, but just the story in this match of how this underdog fighting with his hometown crowd, feeding on the crowd, fighting above the level we thought he could fight, giving this guy who's much bigger than him, giving him this tough fight that a lot of people probably didn't think Sammy could do. Then you've got eventually Jimmy coming out, doing what we thought he would do. Then you got Jay coming out. Oh man, okay, what's Jay going to do? Is he going to go with Roman? Is he going to go with Sammy? Roman gives him the chair. Is he going to hit Roman? Is he going to hit Sammy? What's going to happen? So eventually, to make a long story short, Roman gets over like we thought he would. But then the crowd is deflated. But then what do you do? Okay.
Oh, they were more than deflated.
Right. They start working over Sammy. The crowd starts booing, getting pissed off. And then what do? Well, you hit KO's music, fellow Canadian. The crowd pops again. The deflated crowd is back in it. And then KO walks out. Sammy stays in the ring, even though in a loss, walks out triumphantly, and everybody goes home happy, talking about how they witnessed one of the greatest nights of wrestling in Canadian history. That is not an exaggeration. That match last night will be talked about for years to come, as mostly in Canada. But I think anybody who watched it will say, "Man, that they probably won't say it was a classic, but they'll say that was pretty damn entertaining."
I'm not mad about the instant classic. I'm really not. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Just for me, I just wouldn't put it there for me. But if people out there enjoyed it and they put it up there, hey, more power to you.
And you do have a point. A hot crowd like that really does elevate a match.
Oh, yeah.
And the crowd, we talked about that. That is one of the hottest crowds I've ever seen. I tell you what, they need to go back to Montreal more often. We did a retrospective on the Montreal, the Canadian Stampede.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian crowds are hot. One of my favorite WrestleManias, WrestleMania 6, took place at Skydome, main event, Ultimate Warrior against Hulk Hogan. A young Edge was in the crowd, and that night changed his life. And of course, now he's a Hall of Famer. So they need to go back to Canada more, man. That was just an awesome atmosphere last night and Friday night.
Oh, Friday night was ridiculous too. Yeah. I thought that the first 2 matches, I was like, man, I hope this night gets better, and it did. So I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to Mania, the builds, matches, Oscar versus Bianca is in the books. Nail that down. I guess you can nail down Cody and Roman. They may try to.
No, that's nailed down. That's definitely nailed down.
I was just thinking they might try to slide Sammy in there, but I think they're going to do Sammy KO versus the Usos, and they'll probably drop the belts to them.
Yeah. We've got Logan Paul against Seth. We know that's a done deal now.
Yeah, that's a done deal. Just gotta figure out what they do with Brock, Bobby, and Bray. I think AJ is gonna be back in time. I heard a rumor a certain Viper is trying to come back. So
Yeah, I've
I
heard
don't know
that
if
too,
I don't
man.
know if he'll be at part maybe the night after Mania. And I don't think that time to squeeze him in anything, but you never know.
Yeah, because what would they if they brought Randy back? What would they do? I mean, Riddle, we don't know what his status is.
I mean, Randy could just work somebody. I don't know, but yeah, AJ should be back. So I would like to see AJ and Bray go at it, but that's just me.
The problem with anyone fighting Bray is the thing about his character. You just feel like anybody they put in against Bray is automatically going to lose, and I don't like that.
Well, now when you put him against Brock,
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't. And then, are we ever going to find out who Uncle Howdy is, or is he just going to come in wearing that damn mask, beating up people, and we just don't ever learn anything?
If it's anybody outside of Bo Dallas, I don't know who the hell it could be.
I'm over it. I'm over it, Bray. Just I'm over all. I mean, just wrestle. Just all you're thinking too much, and it's to me it's just boring and stupid. I'm sorry, it is.
Hey, well, what did you all think of Elimination Chamber? What do you all think of the card so far, WrestleMania? Let us know in the comment section down below. I meant to come on here. I meant to have the list of new subscribers, but thank you all who have subscribed recently. Numbers have jumped up even just from last week. Last I checked, we were at that 290.
Thank you, folks. Thank you.
Yeah, and last week we were at it's like 278, something like that. So yeah, really do appreciate it. So we got trailer reactions, got some more stuff coming down the pipe. I'm getting ready to go see a movie now, Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I'll probably have a review for that. And I know I have a review coming up for You People, my cousin Mo. So she wants to review that. So we're going to review that later this evening.
I'll be curious to hear your review. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to wait until I hear your review.
I started it, and that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say.
Oh shit!
Okay. No, not bad.
That might have been enough.
No. You gotta check it out. But hit us up on social media, Third Generation Wrestling Podcast on Instagram, Third Generation Wrestling Pod on TikTok and Twitch. Email us at thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com, and Twitter is podcast_third. Hit us up. Posting more on TikTok lately. I am working on learning OBS so we can stream more on live stream on Twitch, and then the VOD will go to YouTube, and then obviously the audio will go to the podcast platform. So like we keep saying, bigger and better things in 2023. So yeah, it's gonna allow me to add. I gotta get a mixer too, but it's gonna allow me to add more drops and add clips to the show without me having to edit them in later. So that's why I want to do that. So gotta teach myself all these things. Elevating the game constantly. Never settle. So that being said, gotta get out of here, get this movie. Ambassador, take it away.
All right. Well, Big E said it mostly, but we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We thank you, all the new subscribers. Please tell your friends. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're hearing, spread the word for us. And if you don't like what you're seeing, what you're hearing, let us know what you do want to see and hear. We're here for you. We're trying to do big things in 2023. You're going to keep hearing us say that, and we can't do that without y'all. Thank you.
Yep. Like I said, more trying to elevate the game, the quality of the shows, add more elements, make it more fun, more interactive, so y'all can be able to interact with us during the show. So that's the whole point. So take care, everybody. Have a great week. Catch y'all later. Peace.
Peace.